The Biden administration has enacted billions of dollars in student loan forgiveness, cancellation, and other relief during the course of the last several months. But one particular type of student loan has been consistently left out: private student loans. By most estimates, there is approximately $1.8 trillion in outstanding student loan debt in the United States. The vast majority of that debt consists of federal student loans, which are loans either issued directly or guaranteed by the federal government. But a sizable portion of outstanding student loan debt consists of purely private student loans, approximately $136 billion, according to NerdWallet and MeasureOne. As a general rule, federal student loans have many more options for repayment, default resolution, and loan forgiveness. For example, income-driven repayment programs, loan rehabilitation programs, public service loan forgiveness, and school-based administrative discharges are generally only available for federal student loans, as provided by federal law. Private student loans are typically governed only by the terms and conditions of the underlying loan promissory note, which usually does not provide many options to the borrower. In the course of the last few months, the Biden administration has used executive action to provide both widespread and targeted relief to student loan borrowers. These initiatives will bring relief to millions of student loan borrowers. But importantly, this relief is limited to federal student loan borrowers only. Borrowers with purely private student loans that were issued by a private lender and are not guaranteed by the government are excluded from all of this relief. The answer is simple: Biden's legal authority is limited to federal law, and he must act under existing federal statutes and accompanying regulations. Federal student loan programs are governed by statutes such as the Higher Education Act and the HEROES Act of 2003, as well as the CARES Act that was enacted last year. But these statutes do not empower Biden to provide any relief to private student loan borrowers. Even widespread student loan cancellation, which student loan borrower activists and advocacy organizations have been urging President Biden to enact, would have similar limitations. Legal scholars advocating on behalf of borrowers have argued that the president has legal authority to enact broad student loan forgiveness. Biden himself has expressed reluctance and skepticism about doing so. But scholars have specifically pointed to authority provided by the Higher Education Act and the HEROES Act. Thus, even if Biden were to decide to wipe out student loan debt on a mass scale, it would almost certainly have to be limited to federal student loans only. It ultimately would require an act of Congress to meaningfully change the landscape for private student loan borrowers. Members of Congress have proposed some private student loan relief bills in the past.